Okay, hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Am I audible? I think I'm audible, perfectly audible. Super. Yeah, Justice so we cancel today's match. They're pathetic. Okay, hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Am I audible? Okay, give me a yes if I'm audible, guys, and let's take it to 200 likes before starting. Give me a yes if I'm audible, guys. Give me a yes. Am I audible? I get a yes in the chat box to be sure enough. Can I get a yes? Okay, looks like yes. Perfect. RCB. Hold on. Okay, 286 is the contest. So for questions, the first question was very straightforward set question. This was implementation. This was maths. This was DP. So how many did you do, guys? How many did you do? This was maths. This was DP, and this was implementation. This was set. How many were you able to do? How many were you able to do? Today, Sandeep says, today I've done 3. Perfect. An academy को बोल के आरसीबी को जितवा दो आईपीएल. Yeah, my profile across all the coding platforms, Strive_7. Just in case you wanna check. The last was on DP. If you're following the DP series, you should have done. If you're following the DP series, it was the replica of a lot of problems that I did. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's get started with the first problem, which is to find the difference of the Okay, that's the first problem. I want you to go through the problem and give me UQ the moment you've understood this problem. Okay, just give me an UQ the moment you've understood this problem. I'll get started right after that. 4 out of 4, Akash. Perfect, amazing. Yeah, same as knapsack. That's correct. UQ, everyone UQ. Okay, Parag says UQ, Kanix says UQ. Perfect. So basically, what the question states is you'll be given a couple of arrays. One is the nums1, the other one is nums2. You have to tell us among nums1 which of the elements does not exist in nums2. So 1 and 3 are the elements that does not exist in the num2. 2 does exist, so you will not take 2. Similarly, in nums2, which of the array elements do not exist in nums1? Like 2 does exist, 4 does not, 6 does not. So this is the answer. This is the answer. So how can you easily do this problem? What you can do is you can put everything into the set, and then just have a manual comparison. Yes, then just have a manual comparison. Like put all of these into set, put all of these into set. Check if 1 exists in nums2 set, 2 exists in nums2 set, 3 exists in nums2 set. Similarly, take 2. Does 2 exist in nums1 set? Does 4 exist in nums1 set? Does 6 exist in nums1 set? So you can just easily do this using set. So what I'll do is okay, so what I'll do is I will create an unordered set of int s1, and I will call it to have all the elements of nums. Okay, so that's what I will call it. Similarly, I can also have another set, set2, which will have nums2 in it. Right after that, I know the answer will be vector of vector int answer, and you can create it of size 2. That's what you can easily create of a size 2. Once you have done this, what you can do is you can get across all the elements of the first vector, and you can say if set 2 does not contains this one. If it does not contains this one, can you say answer 0 dot push back, because that's a vector of it. And similarly you can just go across the other one of nums2, and you can check if it does not exist over here, you can just push it over here and you can just return the answer. I think that should be the answer. Yeah, cool. Works fine. Okay, does it say is distinct integers? Is a list of all distinct integers. Acha, distinct integers. They don't want repetitive occurrences. Okay, okay. So what are they expecting? They don't want repetitive. Cool, if they don't want repetitive occurrences, just iterate on the set 2s. Yeah, just iterate on the set 2 to get the elements of these guys, and then you can easily have it. Just iterate on the other sets, because then you'll get this. Yeah. Cool. We have pretty much done this. Have you understood this? Even if you did this, basically it stated distinct elements, so I put everything in sets, and for all the elements, all the distinct elements, I checked if it does not exist in S2, then I stored in the answer. Similarly, for all the elements of the second array, I checked if they do not exist in S1, I stored them in answer, and then I just inserted it. So can I get an US if you've understood this? US if you've understood this in the comment section, then I'll move to the next one. Come on guys, give me a US. Oh, let's have 200 likes. Come on guys. 91 likes, very bad, very bad. 225 votes. Cool, give me US. Next question पे जाते हैं. ठीक है. Till IPL goes on, we'll have all the streams at 11:30. Okay. Till IPL goes on, we will have all the streams at 11:30. Cool. Well, everyone understood? Amazing. Perfect. Perfect. Let's go across to the next one. 95 likes. Cool. The next one is this. Everyone has understood, so I'll just move across to the new one. I'll again give you some time to read the question, and then we will move to the solution of this. Take a couple of minutes and read the question. Take a couple of minutes and read the question. Unordered set. Use unordered set because unordered set has a better complexity than set. In most of the cases, unordered set in the worst case might end up taking a linear time, but that is a very unusual case. So always use unordered set because it takes big of 1 for insertion, big of 1 for count, big of 1 for find. All the operations are constant in unordered set. Okay. What's your favorite team? Mahi. Chennai Super Kings. Okay, give me UQ the moment you understand the question. Give me UQ the moment you understand the question. Shreyas is पहली बार 4 में बढ़िया बढ़िया Shreyas. I still have 247 watching and just 172 likes. Okay, let's understand. Yeah, Sandeep, that's the answer. Let's understand the question. It states minimum deletions to make the array beautiful. So it states you're given an index array nums. Okay, so you'll be given an array like this, and you need to perform deletions, like you have to remove array elements. And after removing, you need to make sure if the array length is even. Very important, you have to make sure the array length is even. None of the there should be no repeating characters, like none of the i's should be equal to I plus 1th element. So there should be no repeating characters involved, like consecutive. There should be no repeating consecutive elements involved as well. Now you can delete any number of elements from nums. Just make sure these couple of conditions. Condition 1 is the length of the array is even. Condition 2 is there should be no consecutive repetitive element. And just make sure these couple of conditions are met, and you can delete as many elements as possible. Right at the end, you have to tell me how many minimum number of elements you can delete in order to make these couple of conditions satisfied. Like over here, I see 1 and 1 is repeating. Over here, I see 1 and 1 is repeating. So what I'll say is, okay, hey, listen, I can just remove 1, 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 5 does obey the condition, because 1, 2, 3, 5 has a length of 4, and none of the consecutive elements are repetitive. Thereby, can I say that this is perfect? This is indeed perfect, right? So that's how you can do it. And if I carefully see this example, I can say I can remove 1, 1 over here, 1, do I need to remove 1, 2 over here? Okay, what are they saying? Okay, they're saying you can delete nums 0 and nums 5. Okay, so basically they will be deleting this guy, and as I said, this guy, because this is perfect. This is an even index, this is an odd. Like if I write down the indexes 0, 1, so at 1th index they don't need to check, they need to check at even index. So at this even index they do not have a consecutive guy. So this is perfect, this is perfect. That's what is written over here. The index has to be even. Be very careful, the index has to be even. So how will you solve this particular problem? How will you solve this particular problem? So I know one thing. Let's actually come back to the example. 1 1 2 2 3 3. Okay, 1 1 2 2 3 3. So I can be like, okay, this is what my array will look like. So one thing I know for sure is this guy, as of now I know 0 1 2 3 4 5 is the indexes, and I know if the index is even, then the front guy cannot be same. So I need to remove it. So can I say if I remove this guy, then the array hypothetically would have moved 1 2 2 3 3. Then the hypothetical array would have moved one position. So one removal means moving of one position, right? So can I say this? If it's an even index and it does match, so what I'll say is I'll delete it and I will count deletion equal to 1. So the number of deletions as of now is 1. Next I'll move to this index, but since I performed this deletion, thereby this is not index 1. Instead of that, it would have shifted left by one position. So can I say this is actually index 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. So can I say this is nothing but I minus deletion is the index of the new shifted index. The new shifted index is I minus deletion. Do you agree? Because this would have shifted this portion when you delete this. So if this guy is index 0, I again check, right? Thereby this guy is not equivalent to this. I move to the next. Again, this is 2, but 2 minus 1 is first index because it would have shifted. So this is not an even index. I don't check for this guy. Next, I move. This is an even index. Why? Because this would have shifted left and 3 minus 1 would have been 2. So this is an even index. This does not match with this. Thereby, I again move. Over here, I am at the 4th index. I repeat, over here, I am at the 4th index. But what do I observe? this fourth index is actually shifted by 1, thereby this is nothing but the third index. And if this is the third index, can I say this 3 is not matching with, like, this is an odd index, this is an odd index, no need to check, again moves. This is the last guy, so there will be no one right at back, so we'll stop. So can I say the number of deletions that we did was 1? Can I say the number of deletions that we did was 1? Now if you carefully observe, the array is 1 2 2 3 3, 1 2 2 3 3. But if you remember the first condition clearly stated the array length has to be even. The array length has to be even. So what you'll do is you'll just strike off the last element. Can I say you'll just strike off the last element? And if you strike off the last element, the number of deletions becomes 2. So what you do is you simply do a simple traversal. You simply do a simple traversal and you keep the counts of deletions, and always the shift index will be nothing but I minus deletion will be the shift index. Has everyone understood the solution? Has everyone understood the solution? Has everyone understood the solution so that I move forward to the next one? Has everyone understood the solution? Can I get an US before I move to code this? Okay, cool. So what I can do is I'll be like, okay, let's keep a deletion equal to 0, and we'll start off by 0. So I'll start by I equal to 0, and I know the last element will be this because this is where we go, and I can say the shift index will be nothing but I minus deletion. Thereby, can I say this? Just go one time, you can probably go back. Nums of I is equal to nums of I plus 1, and make sure the shift index is an even index. And if that's the case, what you can do is you can just count deletion plus plus, and right at the end of the day, if after deletion, if after deletion, which is n minus deletion is still an even is still an odd number, then you can be like, you can just increase the deletions. You can just increase the deletions, and then because if it's an odd number you need to extract, and after that you can just return delete. Cool. Sir, can we call recursion? Kallo jo karna. Whatever you wish to do, you can. See, whenever you delete, you know the index will shift by 1 position, 2 position. Whatever is the number of deletions, you shift it. Thereby, always the new index or new shift index, whatever you want to call, will be I minus deletion. So make sure you just check out if it's repeating, just delete it. Just delete it and shift it. Has everyone understood this? Can I get a US? There's no need to use stack and queue. The reason is, if you're using a stack and queue, it ends up taking a big O of n space. And if you see, this solution is not using any external space. It's just a big O of n linear traversal that it uses. It is just a big O of n linear traversal is what it uses. It's a big O of n linear traversal is what it uses. Okay, can I get quickly? Yes. Can I get a quick US from everyone, please? Because I feel there are some spammers in the code. I feel there are some spammers in the chat जो लोग जबरदस्ती not understood लिखेंगे, तो उनको ignore करो. आप लोगों को समझ में आ गया तो आप लोग फटाफट बोलो, so that next question पे we can move. If you have understood, we'll move to the next. Okay. Cool. Looks like most of you have understood. It's very simple. Just delete if they're same. If they are same and if it's an even index, then delete. That's it. Simple approach. Okay, cool. That's what you do. The last is at the end, after deletion, if the length is odd, which means you got delete one more element from the end, as the first condition is saying that you need even number of elements. That's it. That is what we need to do. Why shift index? because of this condition. Y shift index mod because of this condition. Cool. That's how we will be doing it. Cool enough. We have understood this. Perfect. Straight up solution. Cool. Let's move to the next one. It's a good question actually. Here's the next question. Yes, Ankan. See, if you're going in an interview, I will highly recommend don't write this. Like if you're going in an interview, don't write this. In an interview, writing this is very bad. In an interview, writing I minus del modulo 2 is very bad. In an interview, always try to store them in a variable, then use that variable so that the interviewer can understand I minus deletion means shift index directly. Because if you just write I minus deletion and if someone unknown is reading the code, he'll be like, what is I minus deletion? So code quality, this is what we call as code quality. So instead of writing I minus deletion, try to store it in variable and then use that variable in your if else. Try to maintain this code quality whenever you're giving an interview. Okay, cool. Let's move to the next one. Let's move to the new one. Okay, we have 325 watching. That's amazing. That is amazing. Let's have 300 likes. Come on, guys. We have 332 watching and I have hardly 230 likes. रात को 12 बजे स्ट्रीम करें, इसके लिए तो लाइक करना बनता है. UQ, the moment you understand the question, give me UQ, ठीक है? Question पढ़ लो. Why not unordered map? Krishna, you can use unordered map. As long as you're dealing with hashing, you can use anything. You can use a set, you can use a map. See, the main motive was to check if it exists or not. So you can use whatever you wish to. Yeah. Have anyone from RCC college over here? I'll be visiting RCC college tomorrow. So anyone from RCC? डू यू नो गूगलर असलम अब्दुल्ला? हाँ भाई, फ्रेंड है, इंस्टाग्राम पे फोटो भी है मेरा उसके साथ. वी आर वेरी गुड फ्रेंड्स फ्रॉम 4 years. Okay, UQ, can I get a quick UQ from everyone? Everyone in the chat, give me a quick UQ because we're gonna move across to the next one. Well, let's get a quick UQ. Okay, we have 305 likes. That's amazing. Is writing comments in code a better practice? No, I was writing because a lot of people will not follow. Yeah, RCIIT. Yeah, RCIIT. Did you come back to India? अरे भाई गया ही नहीं इंडिया से बाहर. बहुत चल रहा है. Would you kindly stream CF contest solution? No bro. एक इंसान कितना करेगा? I need peace in my life. Allow me to have some peace. अपन संडे भी स्ट्रीम करते हैं, सैटरडे भी करते हैं, वीक में 3-4-5 वीडियोस भी डाल देते हैं. अब इससे ज़्यादा तुम क्या एक्सपेक्ट करोगे यार फुल टाइम जॉब करने वाले से. I already have 2 live streams in a week. Plus, I put up 3 to 5 videos every week. I can't do more than this. I'm sorry. That's what I have at max. Cool. Let's read this. Let's read the question. So basically, what the question states is, they will be giving you a length 3. Okay. So you have to write down all the palindromes of length 3. Now, if you don't know what is a palindrome, you don't need to do this question. मतलब इस question को palindrome नहीं पता है तो छोड़ दो. You have to write all the palindromes of length 3. So if I write down all the palindromes of length 3, these are all the palindromes of length 3. Now, what they're asking is, hey, listen. I am like, okay, this is 1. Give me the first palindrome. So the first palindrome is 101. Hey, listen. give me the second palindrome. It's 111. Hey, listen, give me the third palindrome. It's 121. Hey, listen, give me the fourth palindrome. It's 131. So, give me the fifth palindrome. Give me the 90th palindrome. I repeat, give me the 90th palindrome. So, I give him the 90th palindrome. Yeah, that's what I will be doing. I'll be giving them the 90th palindrome. So, does that make sense to everyone? Guys, does that make sense to everyone? एक सेकंड रुको 10 + 99 अच्छा 90 बोला था ना 100 92 perfect perfect so I want the 90th palindrome which is I think 999 होगा हाँ so I want the 90th so this is what the question states length 4 write down all the length 4 palindromes give the second length 4 give the fourth length 4 give the sixth length 4 give me a UQ if you've understood the question give me a UQ if you've understood the question and then I'll go across give me a UQ if I've understood. I'll just go across in understanding the solution. Yeah, Sandeep, that's correct. Sandeep, that's correct. That is indeed correct. This question is a typical observation question. Like if you just have some observation, you will get your answer. If you have some straightforward observation, you will get your answer. Okay. Okay, everyone has got this. Perfect. Everyone has got this. So let's okay, let's 2 4 6. Let me just write this example down and then we will go across into doing this. Okay, let's go across and do this. So this was the test case. Okay. Now this was the length 4 that they were asking. Length 4 palindrome. Length 4 palindrome. Now if you have careful eyes and if I've written all the length 4 palindromes, try to observe something. Can you observe something over here? Try to observe. ठीक है अंकित, ठीक है, chill मारो. Try to observe something. Try to observe. Do you observe something? You do, right? That's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And if you go across to the next one, it will be 1, 6, 6, 1. Okay. That's for length 4. That is for length 4. Let's try to do similarly for length 3. So I'll also write the same thing, the length 3. I'll try to write 101, 111, 121, 131, 141, 151, 161, 171. Okay, let's go back. So if I again say of length 3, now let's try to observe. This is an odd length, guy. Do you observe something? Do you observe something? You always start from 10, 100, 10, or next will be 100 if it's if it is length 6. Well, length 6 it will be something like 100, 001, 101, 101, 101, 102, 201, 103, 301, 104, 401. So if it's a length 6, these will be the palindromes. You can try out by writing some brute force code. You can try out by writing some brute force code that will generate. So if it's a length 6, do you observe something? Do you observe something? You do. You do. You do, right? Correct. So can I say if the length is 6, the palindromes that I will have will start from 100 and go on till 999, because for 100 I can reverse this guy to get 001. For 999 I can reverse this guy to get 999. 101 I can reverse this guy to get 101. 102 I can reverse this guy to get 201. 998 I can reverse this guy to get 899. And these will be all the palindromes. These will be all the palindromes. Right? Right? Agreed? Agreed, right? So yeah, we have done the solution. We have done the solution. If it is an even length, we start from 100, which means 10 to the power square. 10 to the power square. Apparently meaning length 10 to the power length by 2 minus 1. 10 to the power length by 2 minus 1 if the length is 6. Because that's 10 square. Goes on till 999. And what do you do? This is for even length. If the length was 5, then again it would have started from 100 only. But this time, you will not consider this and you'll just reverse this portion. Only this portion is reversed. Again, you'll consider 101, but only this portion is reversed. You'll consider 102, but this portion is reversed. You'll consider 103, but this portion is reversed. 104, this portion is reversed. 105, this portion is reversed. So can I say this? Can I say this? If it is length 5 also, then it will start from 10 to the power length by 2 instead of minus 1. 10 to the power length by 2 because it's 5. Length by 5 by 2 will be 2. 10 to the power 2 will be 100. It starts from 100. And if someone is asking me third palindrome, so the answer will be 100 plus 3 minus 1, 102. Then I copy paste this portion to get the third palindrome. Then I copy paste this portion to get the third palindrome. If someone is asking me 12th palindrome, then it will be 100 plus 12 minus 1. Why minus 1? Because of 100 also is one of them, right? So this will be 111. Again, just reverse this. This is the 12th palindrome. Have you understood this? If it's an even, you have to just copy paste the entire portion. If it's odd, just copy paste this portion, removing the last guy. Removing the last guy. US. I'll code this up. US, guys. Can I get an US? And so happened with me during my college day as well. Contest dete time hostel ke baranda mein people were like enjoying after dinner. Then you never have a personal room, you have a room of 3. So what I did was I basically locked my room and said do not disturb for the next 2 hours and throwed everyone out of my room. So that's what I did. Just tell them clearly, dude, 2 घंटा तो इधर से निकल, तू कहीं और जा फ्रेंड के रूम में और मैं अपना कॉन्टेस्ट दूंगा. और what I did was I tried to find some room which was empty and gave contest over there. Cool, everyone has understood. Okay, whatever length is 7. If length is 7, then you start with whole length, guys. 1 000 1 000. Then you 1 000 1. Then you reverse. Okay. Cool. So what I'll do is there's the queries, there's a length. Okay. So I know one thing for sure. The start guy will be like raised to the power, right? How much power it will be raised? It's very simple. If the length is even. If the length is even, then I know the power that will be raised is int length by 2 minus 1. Or if the length is odd, I know the power that will be raised is this. Very straightforward. Very, very straightforward. Perfect. And I can say it will be power of 10 comma pw. Perfect. So I've got the starting element. Yes, I've got the starting element. There is no doubt in this. So once I've got the starting element, let's just go across all the queries. This is the queries. Okay, so I know the answer. Okay, so what I can do is I know the answer will be like the first set of digits stui string to integer. No, what is what is the function to convert atoi or kya tha yaar? I forgot the function to convert. I forgot the function. ToString. You can use the ToString and you can say the answer is nothing but start plus the query number minus 1, right? And you know there will be a reverse of this. So you can be like, okay, string reverse will be answer, and then you can just say I need to reverse it. So reverse of begin and reverse dot end. भूल जाते हैं हम लोग भी क्योंकि I now don't code in C++. All my development is done in Java, so I don't remember that much of C++. Cool. So can I say in this way I can do a 2-string start plus q minus 1. I'll get the reverse in this way. Now once I've got the reverse, I know the answer can be in typical 2 ways. Now vector of long answer. Cool. So STOLL होता है ना, LL कुछ होता है. So I know one thing now for sure that if the int length is an odd length, is an even length, then I just add answer plus left. That's for sure because I just reverse it and add it. Else I know I will add answer plus reverse. I will remove the last guy. Like I'll just not pick up because I've reversed it. So I'll not pick up the first guy. I'll start from here and I will be taking the length by 2 reverse dot size. I'll take one lesser length. Perfect. This is what I will. This question is completely based on observation. That's correct. That's correct. This question is completely based on observation. Like I can't do anything, right? That's how you'll solve this problem. Cool. So that's how you can easily do this. So have you understood this? Guys, have you understood this? That's how you can easily do this. Once you have done this, so once you've done this, you can say q answer dot pushback of STOLL. That's how you convert a string to long. But just make sure if the answer dot size is equal to int length, then only, because it might happen the answer is not possible. If the query exceeds, then the answer is not possible. So for that reason, you have to write this. Push back of -1. Once you've written this, you can directly return q answer. And that should be it. Cool. Have you understood this? Change answer कर दिया. Reverse equal to answer, reverse begin मार दिया है, answer plus reverse ले लिया है, चल जाना चाहिए. 101, 11, 121, 131, 114 चल गया. Cool. Accepted. Have you understood this? Easy. Why start plus q minus 1? Because that is what I've explained. Why q minus 1? Because if the first guy is 100, the next guy is 101. So this guy is indirectly first guy. This guy is indirectly the second guy. So if I'm looking for second guy, you can't do 100 plus 2 because 100 plus 2 will be 102. But the second guy is one lesser because you count 100 as well. So thereby 100 plus 2 minus 1 will give you 101. Thereby you have to do a -1. Understood? Understood why -1? And why did you reverse this? Because once you got 101, I reversed it and kept it. So I kept the like assume this is 102. Let's assume you're giving the third query 102. So you reversed it and kept it 201. Now if it's an even length, you take 201 and attach it. You take 201 and attach it. That's what I've done. If it's an even length, you attach it. Otherwise, what you do is at 102, you just attach 01. So you start from 1th index and you attach only this guy. So at 102, if it's an odd length, 102 and you'll attach just 01. That's why you start from 1 if it's an odd length. And after that, if they're equal to the length that you're looking for, you put it or -1. Got it? It might happen. At some cases, imagine the length is 2. Imagine the length is given as 2. Okay, imagine the length is given as 2. Okay, and I'm asking you to figure out the 1000th guy. That's not possible, right? I'm asking you to figure out the 1000th palindrome guy of length 2. Of length 2, there is no 1000th guy. So you have to be very sure if the answer that you figured out is equivalent to the length. Then only you store it. Otherwise, you say -1 because if the query is exceeding, the answer is not possible. And there is a case, if you carefully read, it says if no such palindrome exists. That will exist if the query is a very larger query and that palindrome does not exist. Got it? Has everyone understood? Can I get an US from everyone? Yes from everyone? Yes from everyone? So the time complexity, won't be very big, because if you carefully look at this, the length is just 15. The length is just 15. So even if you're using toString, STOLL, it's a length 15 that it will take. It's a big of 15 time that it will take. Okay, these guys will be taking big of 15, not more than that. Why? Because the length is hardly 15. So you'll never encounter a string of bigger length than 15. So 15 is very smaller length. Okay. Right, perfect. Okay. So most of the US means understood. The time complexity will be big O of n at max into 15. Big O of n at max, the length can be 15. So into 15, why? Because this toString or STOLL, this takes 15 time. Because if you're converting an integer to a string, it takes the length of the integer or the length of the string. So thereby, it might end up taking n into 15, the time complexity. Okay. Yeah, in Java, you can use string builders. In Java, you can use string builders. While a lot of people who post daily Leetcode solutions on LinkedIn does not participate, just a random thought. That's their wish. They need content to put, so they put. It's. You don't want to have their content, block them, unfollow them, simple. I also don't give contests because I don't want to ruin my Sunday sleep by waking up at 8 a.m. in the morning. There's no point in waking up 8 a.m. in the morning when you already work where you want to work and you already can solve these problems. Like the fourth problem, if the fourth problem was coming in a contest, trust me, I'll have done this in couple of minutes. I can code this up in couple of, like, DP is something which I'm very good at. So probably I could have done this in couple of minutes. This is so easy problem for me. So yeah, that's it. Like we हम लोग का टाइम चला गया है, so there's no point हम लोग जाके contest because our time is gone. Whatever we wanted to achieve, we have achieved. Now our motive is very different. Our motive is to succeed in a software engineering environment where Leetcode does not play any further role. In a software engineering environment, something like development stuffs, patience, finding out bugs, finding out errors, learning different syntaxes, learning different methodologies to solve a problem. Those things are something which we deal with every day. So there's no point in doing Leetcode. That's why I think most of the people don't do Leetcode once they join a company, because Saturday, Sundays, everyone wants to chill out, right? तो मैं YouTube चैनल चलाता हूँ तो कर लेता हूँ स्ट्रीम, ना मैं अभी नहीं करता, मैं अभी चिल ही करता. चलो बढ़िया, समझ में आ गया ये. कहते हैं खुदा ने. How many of you are following the DP series? How many of you are following the DP series? If you're following this DP series, this question is a cakewalk. If you're following the DP series, this question is a cakewalk. Trust me. Think and think, just whenever it's a length of 5, you're taking 100, okay? And 100 is 3 lengths, so you need 2 more lengths. So you just take the first 2 guys, don't take the middle guys again, okay? Perfect. Looks like a lot of people are following. Amazing. System design. Following, but I wasn't able to. Okay. Please scroll up the question. Okay, let's understand the question. So the question states, you'll be given some piles. Like this is the piles given to you. So this is the first pile. This is the second pile. Okay, and you're said that you can pick a couple of guys from them. You can pick one guy. So if you pick 1 and 1 guys, you'll get the answer to be 8. I shall not pick anything from this guy, and I'll pick the couple of guys from this. And remember, you can just pick up the top guys. Like you can't be saying that, hey, listen, I'll pick 100 and I'll pick 7. That's not possible. You have to first pick the top guy, and then you can pick 100. You cannot pick 100. Like you cannot pick up someone from between. You cannot pick someone from between. So if I pick 0 from this, 7 and 8 from this, I'll get 15. If I say I'm gonna pick couple from the first guy itself, I'll get 101. the question is very simple. You have to maximize the total value. And I can easily maximize by picking up 1 plus 100. By picking up 1 plus 100, I'll get 101. That's how you can do it. How much topics left in your DP series? I think pretty bit. It's not a normal DP series, so it'll take some time. अभी तक तो किसी और का DP series होता तो खत्म हो गया होता. 43 videos is a lot of videos in some playlist. कुछ लोगों के तो मतलब पूरे playlist पे ही मतलब काफ़ी सारे playlist पे 43 videos होते हैं. कोई बीच में आया था ना वो डबल के बोल के कोई, आज तक उसका 2 महीना नहीं खत्म हुआ. It's a variation of 0-1 knapsack, yeah. Okay, so basically, what is the rule of DP? Guys, if you're watching the DP series, what are the rules of the DP that I've taught you? The rule of the DP that I've taught you, come on. क्या rule है? First rule क्या है? By the way, the question is very straightforward. Yeah, I'll definitely vlog it whenever I go Poland. Don't worry. इंडिया में व्लॉग करके कोई फ़ायदा नहीं, मुझे बहुत बोरिंग लगता है इंडियन व्लॉग्स. एक बार बाहर जाएंगे तो कुछ नया दिखेगा ना आप लोगों को. इंडिया में रहते हो आप लोग तो क्या ही होगा इंडिया देख के. तो ओके, सो दीज आर द 2 piles. दिस इज द 0th pile, दिस इज द फर्स्ट pile. So okay, so what is the question stating? You're given k equal to 2, you have to pick 2 elements. So whenever I say pick 2 elements, you can pick this and this, you can pick this and this, you can pick you cannot pick here, you can pick this. So various ways, right? So whenever I see various ways, what comes to my brain? There are various ways to pick up elements. First thing that comes up my brain is recursion. Whenever there is something else picking up various ways, recursion. And whenever recursion is right recurrence, right? So what is the first rule of writing recurrence? Express everything in terms of index. And the next variable can depend. Over here the next variable is k. Why? Because I need to pick k elements. So I need to know how many elements can I pick. So index, express everything in terms of index. And can I say this can be my index first? Then this will be my index. So if there are multiple piles, can I say from 0, 1 till n-1, these can be my indexes. So I know I'll start from here and I'll start thinking. Right? So first thing is done. Next is explore all possibilities. What are the possibilities we are talking about? We are talking about picking up the piles. Now if k is 2 and I'm standing here, can you tell me what can you do on this 0th pile? Just think and tell me. If k is 2 and you're standing at the 0th pile, what can you do? You can be like, Striver, let's not take anyone. I'll be like, okay, let's not take anyone and move to the next. So if I'm talking about explore all the possibilities, it comes down to not picking anyone and move to next, which is index plus 1 and k. Or I can say, hey Striver, let's do one thing. Let's pick one guy and move to the next. Okay. Or I can say, let's pick 2 guys and move to the next. Can I say? I can either pick 0th guy, I can either pick 1 guy, I can either pick 2 guy. Why cannot I pick 3 guy? Because k was 2. So can I say I can pick from 0 to k elements in a pile at an index? Can I say this? I can pick 0 to k elements at a index. I can. So we have also got explore, pick 0 to k elements. Next, take the best among all, because you're being asked, take the max among all rather, because you're being asked to find the max. So can I say if I try to write the recurrence, it will be f of, by the way, if you guys are new to DP, please watch the DP series entirely and you will be able to solve this. Can I say index and k is where we start off? Let's forget about the base case. Let's forget about the base case as of now. Can I say the not pick case will be very simple? If I'm not picking, then the answer will be, let's go to the next guy and I'll say I still have the same number of guys to pick. I'll go to the next guy and I still have the next same numbers to pick. And if I decide, okay, let's pick 0 to k guys. Let's pick 0 to k guys. Either there will be k guys, like over here, there were 3 guys. What if there was just single guy? So you have to be very careful while dealing with k, just to make sure this is minimal of k or the number of piles, because you can only pick till k if there exists k number of elements in that pile, right? So can I say, okay, if I'm picking this, I'll pick and go, right? And if I'm picking this guy, I'll go to the next index. And can I say the first time, if this is the 0th pile that I'm picking, that means I picked 1 guy. The next time when I will be 1, that means I would have picked 2 guy. Next time when I will be 2, I have picked 3 guy. So can I say k minus I plus 1 is the remaining tiles that will be remaining? Can I say this? This will be the total number of guys that will be remaining, because if you're going till the first index, you have picked couple guys. If you're going till the second index, you have picked 3 guys. So I plus 1. The remaining number of guys that you need is k minus I plus 1. Now, what do you require? What do you require if I carefully ask you? If you're picking these couple of guys, can I say you require 100 and 100? So this is 101. Sorry, 101, and then you move to the next. So can I say it's nothing but summation from 0 to I, and then I move. This will be my answer. And at the end, you can return the max of answer. We will be coding this, but have you understood the variety? Have you understood it? Have you understood it, guys? Have you understood it? Understood, everyone? Cool. Since we've understood, so what I'll do is I'll just go across and let's quickly write the so I know if I don't pick best will be I'll go to the next guy and I'll still have the same guy, or I can say sum equal to 0 and I can be like int I equal to 0. I can go on till picking k elements or picking the piles elements, which is this. So let's quickly take this off. Okay, so I can be like, okay, cool. I can be like piles of index dot size, the number of piles, or I can go on till k if there exists k elements. So I go across this. Now sum will be piles of index and this guy. And now I can say the best will be max of best, comma, sum plus function of index plus 1, k minus, these many will be reduced, and these, at the end of the day, I can return the best. And I know whenever I reach the end, which is piles dot size, I can say there is no further thing to be done. So I can return 0. And that's how it will be. Or I can say if there are also nothing left in k, it can also be 0. So in this way, I can say I can end up. And over here, I can say return f of 0, comma, k, comma, piles. And I can try to run this and see if this is running fine. Compilation error. Why it is giving compilation error? Okay. Cool, 101, it comes. So vector. Okay, now this is recursion. How do you optimize this? Can you tell me how do you optimize this? Please, for anyone who's asking me to explain, you can go and watch DP series. You can't just come across and say, I'm going to do a Leetcode hard without understanding the DP basics. Go back, watch the entire DP playlist. Over there, I have given every basic stuff. Anyone who has watched DP series would have understood this. You can, anyone in the comment section, if you have watched the DP series, tell me if you've understood this or not. Okay, if you've understood this or not. Very simple. If you watch DP series, this is very, very simple. Whoever has not watched the DP series, he will complain because, okay, so can I say this, that we have couple of variables changing, index and k. So this at max can be n, this at max can be k, right? See, everyone knows because everyone has been following DP series. So vector int k comma -1, and I can just pass on this DP. A biscuit wala, yeah, biscuit khila do bol raha hai. Okay, so we can have a DP over here, and please make sure you pass on the DP. Anyone who's watching the DP series will understand this because it's a very simple problem. If you are following the DP series, obviously. If you're not following, then it's a tough one. And if you're watching the DP series, you can optimize it by yourself. If you're following the DP series, you can optimize. Yes, away, I'm coming tomorrow. Acha, hai nahi kya? Sorry. So that's how we will be. अरे रन टाइमर क्यों आ गया भाई? Okay. E plus 1. My bad. Okay. Cool. That's how you'll do this. And if you submit this, should be fine. Cool. Cool. Done. Yes. Go and watch the DP playlist. Whoever is not understanding this, please go and watch the DP series. It's a very, very standard problem. Give me US if you understood this. I've made an entire DP playlist where I've gone step by step from 1D DP to 2D DP to DP on grids to DP on subsequences to DP on strings to DP on stocks. I'll be starting on DP on longest increasing subsequence. I'll record it tomorrow and we'll start posting from Tuesday. But please go across that. That's what. Why line number 13? Because you move to the next index. You have done the work for the current pile. The current pile has been picked. Now you move to the next index. Tabulation khud kar lena. I have already taught you how to do tabulation. You can do. Do all the tabulations by yourself. You can do the tabulations by yourself. अरे भाई हाँ वे आ रहे chill. Okay, cool. Most of you have understood. Let's, guys, if you're watching the stream afterwards, please make sure you like the stream before you leave. And that will be it for today, guys. Just a quick refresher. There's a link in the description. If you haven't yet registered for the coding contest, go across and register for coding contest. Even if you're busy enough, please make sure you register across that. And 3 lucky winners among the top 1000 rank in top 1000 guys will be getting free Leetcode Premium Subscriptions. So there's the link in the description, guys. Please make sure you नहीं कर सकते, heaps नहीं कर सकते. Heaps इसलिए नहीं कर सकते क्योंकि consecutive उठाना पड़ेगा. कोई एक को नहीं उठा सकते हो. ठीक है. So done. Over. That was it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you register for the contest. Make sure you like the stream if you're watching. Let's take it to 1000 at least. Let's take it to 1000 at least. And yeah, बस इतना ही था आज के लिए. रखते हैं. मिलते हैं अगले Saturday. From Tuesday, you'll get DP videos again back. Bye bye. Good night. Take care. Off कहाँ से करते हैं मैं भूल गया.